Sunday School Lesson 23. Date, June 7, 2026. Topic: Naomi bereaved and blessed. Memory verse, Ruth 4:14. The women said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. Central truth: God works sovereignly in our lives through all circumstances. Introduction. Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's Sunday School Lesson. Our lesson for June 7, 2026 is titled, Naomi, Bereaved and Blessed. This lesson teaches us that God is always at work in our lives, even when we cannot see Him. Naomi experienced some of the greatest tragedies a person could face. Yet God eventually turned her sorrow into joy and her bitterness into blessing. As we study this lesson, we will learn that God's plans are often bigger than our present pain, and that He remains faithful even in difficult seasons. Section 1. Affliction of Naomi. Subtopic A. Sorrow at every turn. Our story begins during the time of the Judges. There was a severe famine in Bethlehem, where Naomi lived with her husband Elimelech and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Because of the famine, the family moved to Moab in search of food and survival. Imagine the fear and uncertainty they must have felt leaving their homeland for a foreign nation. Unfortunately, things became worse. Elimelech died. Later, Naomi's 2 sons also died. Within a short period, Naomi lost her husband and both sons. She was left with only her daughters-in-law Ruth and Orpah. At this point, Naomi's future looked hopeless. She had lost her family, security, support, and inheritance. Many people today can identify with Naomi because life sometimes brings unexpected disappointments and painful losses. The lesson here is that even faithful believers experience trials. Being a child of God does not exempt us from difficulties. However, God remains present even in our darkest moments. Subtopic B. A bitter lament. After hearing that the famine in Judah had ended, Naomi decided to return to Bethlehem. Ruth chose to accompany her, refusing to abandon her mother-in-law. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the people recognized Naomi and were excited to see her. But Naomi responded by saying, Call me not Naomi, call me Mara. The name Naomi means pleasant. The name Mara means bitter. Naomi felt that life had treated her harshly. She believed she had returned empty. One important lesson here is that God allows us to express our grief honestly. Naomi did not pretend everything was fine. She spoke openly about her pain. The Bible teaches us that grief is not a lack of faith. God understands our tears and invites us to bring our pain to Him. Section 2. Providence in Naomi's life. Subtopic A. God provides for His children. To survive, Ruth began gathering leftover grain from harvested fields. By what seemed like coincidence, she entered the field belonging to Boaz. However, this was not a coincidence. It was God's providence. Providence means God's unseen hand directing circumstances according to His purpose. Boaz noticed Ruth's hard work, humility, and dedication to Naomi. He treated her kindly and provided protection and food. When Ruth returned home and told Naomi about Boaz, Naomi immediately recognized God's hand at work. Boaz was a close relative and qualified to serve as a kinsman redeemer. For the first time in a long while, Naomi began to see a glimpse of hope. This teaches us that God often works behind the scenes. What appears accidental to us may actually be part of God's plan. Subtopic B. Naomi participates in God's plan. As Naomi's hope increased, she began thinking about Ruth's future. She advised Ruth concerning Israelite customs and how to approach Boaz respectfully. Ruth trusted Naomi completely and obeyed her instructions. Boaz responded honorably and promised to fulfill his responsibilities if the legal requirements allowed it. Notice the beautiful cooperation in this story. Naomi provided wisdom. Ruth demonstrated obedience. Boaz displayed integrity. God used all 3 people to accomplish His purpose. This reminds us that God often works through ordinary people who are willing to obey Him. Section 3. God remembers Naomi. Subtopic A. Hope and joy restored. Eventually, Boaz fulfilled his promise. He redeemed the family inheritance and married Ruth. God blessed their marriage with a son named Obed. This was a remarkable turning point. The woman who once said she had returned empty was now holding a grandson in her arms. The women of Bethlehem celebrated with Naomi and praised God for his faithfulness. God transformed her mourning into joy. He restored hope where there had once been despair. This teaches us that God is able to restore what seems impossible to restore. His timing may be different from ours, but his purposes are always good. Subtopic B, God's redemptive story. The story becomes even more amazing. Obed became the father of Jesse. Jesse became the father of King David. Generations later, Jesus Christ came through the same family line. Naomi thought her story was simply about surviving hardship, but God was writing a much larger story. Her suffering became part of God's redemptive plan for humanity. This teaches us that God sees what we cannot see. We often focus on today's problems, while God is working on tomorrow's blessings. Boaz also serves as a picture of Jesus Christ. Just as Boaz redeemed Ruth and Naomi, Jesus redeems us from sin and gives us a new future. Conclusion. As we conclude this lesson, let us remember three important truths. First, God is working even when we cannot see him. Second, God can use painful circumstances to accomplish his greater purpose. Third, God can transform bitter seasons into blessed seasons. Naomi's story began with famine, death, and despair. It ended with joy, restoration, and participation in God's redemptive plan. May we learn to trust God through every season of life, knowing that he remains faithful even when circumstances seem difficult. Thank you, and God bless you.